I will say your confidence and enthusiasm is admirable, represented by the Knight of Wands. This is inspired, feeling optimistic, maybe a pep in your step. You know, there's sort of a creative, fiery, on the move sort of energy with this card. But it's interesting, you know, I feel like there has been a lot of clarity brought to you without question behind you. There's a clear understanding or even revelation of your shortcomings or what is kind of really kind of keeping you bound or in sort of a perpetual state of bullshit. And, you know, maybe even not fully being transparent in some kind of way, or there's aspects to yourself that you either repress or maybe don't fully show somehow. I mean, if this is the case, it definitely seems to weigh you down because again, there's sort of this immense clarity with all of this. So there's no beating around the bush. There's no dancing around the matter. There's no different way of looking at it. And so only you can decide how you manage those things from here on, right? It's like, will you, I don't even know if you could really continue dealing with yourself or life or operating in this way because it would just affect you poorly. It wouldn't make any sense. I mean, you it seems to be even causing some level of pain, but or like there's like a justice that is painful to either receive or deliver, perhaps. I don't know. It's interesting. Or you or just the understanding of being the cause of your own plight. You know, seeing where you have fallen short either towards developing maybe connections, because the outcome it does suggest to people here. I mean, the King and Queen of Cups, so this would be like, it could be even coming into harmony with the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, or it could have to do with other people somehow. But you know, it's like there's something, there's maybe a potential, right? Or like something that you want to do or build or form, or whether it be a connection, a project or whatever, but you're too busy holding on to your own like confused garbage or this notion of doing things one way or this way or that way or whatever, that you're not really freeing yourself up to do it, I guess. But see, it's also interesting because it's ahead of you. There's almost sort of this. Oh, I have to drop these. Anticipated defense, or just like balancing how you communicate, or how, or like dipping your. I don't know what the fuck is this? What is this? Placing your bets on something that, I don't know, it's like waiting for things to balance out, or like seeing a way to properly transform your life or your situations, trying to get to the other end of the rainbow, trying to fucking, I don't know what that is. I mean, there's the Fool. So again, sort of moving along in a direction that is somewhat of an adventure or unknown, or there's some element of risk even. Ace of Cups. I don't know. I mean, because that's the thing is, I feel like you feel very drawn to this fresh start for yourself, or like, or it almost feels baptismal in the sense of like starting fresh, or because whatever this is behind you, and whatever this is that's sort of affecting you won't do anymore. I want to pull an advice spread. Before I do that, I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all of the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content and monthly art prints. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. That being said, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one level, I have several options available for personal readings on my website in the shop. All right, let's see what we get. Yeah, you know, I'll clarify. This, you know, this talks about bringing a sense of closure to oneself, maybe on an internal level, or like allowing yourself to see the really annoying and um, even hurtful details as they are somehow. You know, because it sort of talks about walking away from anticipating something or expecting something or hoping for something. And, you know, there's sort of this final sense of maybe a sincere release that you had been even like kind of working on. I mean, it may be something that you hold on to or held on that you didn't even necessarily want to, but there is sort of this sincere evolution to the next chapter in some kind of way or next phase, to where you know, you feel more open to possibilities, or you feel kind of set free from something. And the outside, if this has to do with like letting go of like a person or because the outside influence seems very I mean, for one, there is a sense of something being kind of concealed, or this is something that wouldn't be like apparent or upfront, but there's just like anxiety and shittiness. It does not seem ideal. So take that how you will. There could be certain choices that you need to make in clarify. Oh, too many. You know, it's interesting. Like life can change really fast. Because I kind of do get this sense of, I don't know if it's disappointment, but it is sort of this exhausted, I'll say melancholy or I mean, the thing is, I feel like this is being evolved out of, or this is sort of behind you more so. Maybe it's just an understanding of how fast everything can kind of turn around. Like, or there, because again, there is this sort of notion of genuinely digesting an idea or releasing something or feeling closure with something, or it's a very significant shift that is probably internal, but I mean, it has to do with your life and whatever else, obviously, but it's something within you that needed adaptation, and it's as if that adaptation has sort of approached its final stages somehow. And that's a good thing. It seems to bring you like into very positive places. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups ahead of you. You have the Hierophant, the Three of Cups, the Four of, you know, so all these sort of really impactful and positive cards. You know, and it's also maybe an awareness on how you need to make adjustments in your perspective. I do get this like deep lessons learned through this whole process somehow. So anyway, I'm going to take this to the extended on my Patreon. If you want to join us over there, awesome. If not, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great day.